Hello, welcome to Frank's School. Time out for beauty. I'm into some pretty weighty stuff here. I'm giving a gloss, guiding the viewing of James Burke's The Day the Universe Changed. That's pretty heavy going stuff, and I'm reading my own Decentralist Manifesto. That's heavy going. Time out for beauty. I'll explain here in a moment, but a saying from Shakespeare comes to mind, The Taming of the Shrew. It goes something like, there is no profit grows where is no pleasure taken, I think is the way it goes. No profit grows where is no pleasure taken. You know, what good is it to know all this stuff and if you can't take pleasure in it? Well, what happened was yesterday, for two reasons, I was struck by these wonderful friends that I have online. I hope many of you have many friends online, and they're just two of several. But these are major friends. Maria Teresa, I don't say much about her, but she's always there. She's a Spanish woman. I've never actually met her. She's the woman that I tried to go visit in Sevilla with my daughter the first year. But we're in steady contact, and she's always posting these amazing images on Facebook. Well, yesterday she posted, unusual for her, she shared a link to a YouTube video of Handel's aria Lascia la Spina. I don't speak Italian. I'm going to give you the link. I almost immediately passed it on. I shared it on my Facebook. I might have heard it before, actually. I was going to say I'd never heard it before, but if so, I'd practically forgotten it. If you don't use the link and you just want to find it, if you Google it, if you type Handel, Lascia la Spina, and if that isn't enough, make sure you've got the performance in Vincenza. But I'll give you the link. Anyway, you know, so often I was sort of in a hurry, but I started to listen to that, and I couldn't stop. I listened the whole way to the end. It's 7 minutes long, I think, maybe. And later in the day, I asked my wife to look at this. She doesn't do that much on the computer, but I said, hey, listen to this. She listened to it the whole way through too, and I had once thought to myself, music can stop time. I had that feeling once again. Maybe I can't say it any more than that, but it's like this music stopped time. Well, one of the reasons is it's so slow. Oh, there's my dog barking. It's so slow, and yet it's a dance. I think it's a dance. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How could you dance to something that slow? It is in triple time. I'm pretty sure it's based on a dance. Well, it's not meant in the aria. It's a very sad song. It's not meant to be danced to, but the musical form, I think, is that of a pavane, or I don't know, minuet or something. There's no drum. There's no exciting music. It's just very, very slow. The harmony is simple, and yet I really hope that you will look at it. And then I was thinking about my students back in when I was teaching public school. Different times I tried to make sure that at some point in their lives they had been exposed to Baroque music. I suppose with music teachers that should happen anyway. But, with me, from an early point in my life, I was exposed to that because my father liked it and listened to it. But I thought, maybe some students would never have an occasion to hear something like that. They might not know that music is there. Well, that's not the only, obviously not the only one, but I would say stop, time out, listen to that. Look at that theater. And the other one was, now on to Shirley Hawklinger. I talk about her all the time. She's probably my best friend ever online, and I had told her earlier she loves wood, and she loves to work in wood. She was originally trained as a as a machinist. She's German. She's the one that, well, you've seen her in this course, and I'm going to go visit her soon. I had lost my copy of this book, A Reverence for Wood, and so I got 2 copies, bought them and kept one for myself, and I sent one to Shirley. And I had, yesterday, had to go to the doctor for a regular appointment, and I took another one of Eric Sloane's books, Museum of Early American Tools, with me. I'd been reading it. And before long I had decided that really Shirley must have a copy of this book, the way she is about wood and tools in general. I told her that it was going to happen. I was going to get her a copy of this and bring it to her. I wasn't going to tell her first, but she said, "What's the name of it? What's the name of it?" Well, I said, "All right, I'll tell you the name." And well, within hours, I want to say, she had come back, and she had found, not only, she'd looked at this, she's really good on the computer. Skip Edwin Tunis for now. She'd found him online, and a video, which, let's see, I'll also show you, if you Google that, if you go to YouTube and just write in Eric Sloane, you'll see a video of his museum. It's 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes long. Go to about the first minute, because it introduces a series in Connecticut, and then you can see his museum where he lived. But anyway, this artist, he affected me more than I guess I realized in my life. I mean, I knew his name, and I used to compare him with Edwin Tunis, and I used to think, I think I like Edwin Tunis's work more. I don't know. I don't think I do anymore. Maybe later on I'll show you my collection of those. But the first of his books, American Barns and Covered Bridges, this was my mother's book. And it was, I think, strictly hers. She didn't give it to me necessarily, but it came down to me. I recognize the way she printed her name at the on the front. I mean, identifying it as her book. And I think when I first read this, I wasn't yet enamored of Barnes, well, Barnes maybe, but not Covered Bridges. This was a kind of an eye-opener for me. So I have that one, and then, you know, I got interested in Eric Sloane, and this is maybe his most famous book, and all of these, you could find these online, you know, so I ended up gathering them up. Here's another one, and I didn't even realize I had such a collection of these books, but the art, for my purposes, is beautiful. That's why I say time out for beauty. An Age of Barns. An Age of Barns. You know, I love barns. This has very much to do with the trip I'm going to be making to Germany. Well, and very much to do with the Old and Other Ways Museum, which I'm trying to do. Our Vanishing Landscape by Eric Sloane. I just didn't realize I had such a collection of these. And this I found, Special Natural History Barns, An Age of Barns. Thought it was peculiar Eric Sloane's name wasn't on there, but it's the same book as that one. And there's a note in there written to me by a man named John. I think it was John Herman. He didn't say his last name, but he said he was going through his stuff and he came across this, and he knew of my love of barns, which was cool. And so he thought of me. I think he might have just left this in my mailbox with a note or something like that, and it didn't sign his name. Anyway, since I have 2 copies of this, covers are different. You're going to be getting this one, Shirley. When I come to Germany at the end of March, this is going to be in my suitcase, so you'll be getting that one as well. So this will take some initiative on your part. John Herman, I put his name down. He's a local retired teacher, wonderful writer. One of those instances of a man who sort of washed up on the shores of Bedford County because he's from New Jersey, and very, very well educated. I think he went to, I want to say Rutgers. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, it'll take some doing on your part to find Eric Sloane. I'll give you the link for the YouTube video. But anyway, thank you, Maria Teresa. Thank you. Thank you, Shirley. Next time, I'm going to go on with the heavy-duty stuff, but I hope you check these things out. Bye for now.